Deep in the heart of a big city lived a little girl named Maya who loved nature. She loved everything about it, the chirping of the birds, the rustling of the leaves, even the muddy puddles. But as much as she loved nature, nature wasn't exactly thrilled about her being there. You see, Maya lived in a world where all the humans had abandoned nature for technology. All they cared about were their gadgets and gizmos. They covered their houses with metal and concrete, trapping all the birds and squirrels inside. They sealed off their windows with plastic so they wouldn't have to clean the dirt off them. And they made parks into parking lots so they could drive everywhere instead of walking. As you can imagine, this made nature very mad. And since Maya was a human, nature was mad at her, too. That is until one day when Maya decided that she'd had enough. One morning, Maya was playing outside. She was swinging on a tire like she always did. But today, as she swung, she noticed something terrible. The tire had a big hole in it. A few more swings and she'd fall off. Realizing how dangerous it was, she stopped immediately. But then she saw something incredible. Right in front of her was a tree with beautiful green leaves. And under that tree was a tire swing just like the one she was on. Excited, she ran over and sat down. Then she started to swing back and forth. Higher and higher she went until she was almost touching the clouds. When her tire broke, she had nowhere to go but down. But when she closed her eyes, bracing for impact, she didn't feel anything. She opened her eyes and gasped. She was floating above the ground. Then she landed softly on the grass. Confused, she stood up and looked around. But then she heard a giggle and she turned to see the cutest little squirrel she had ever seen. The squirrel explained that because Maya had shown respect for nature, it had given her a gift, the ability to understand and talk to animals. Overjoyed, Maya hugged the squirrel and thanked it. Then she asked if she could sit on its treehouse for a bit. The squirrel happily agreed and soon Maya was sipping hot chocolate from a mushroom and eating cookies made of twigs. Then after a while, Maya remembered her tire swing. She thanked the squirrel again for its help and told her that she needed to get home before her parents noticed she was missing. As she walked away, she heard the squirrel talking to its friends about how Maya was different from the other humans. It seemed that Maya was the first human in a very long time to care about nature. Touched by the squirrel's words, Maya realized she couldn't let nature down. She had to show everyone that nature was worth protecting. So as she walked home, she started to plan. At first, she thought about telling her parents about the beautiful treehouse she'd found, but then she realized they wouldn't believe her. They'd probably just think she was making things up. So instead, she came up with a better idea. The next day, Maya told her parents she was going to visit her friend Sam, but really she was going to invite all the animals to her house. When she got there, she brought out the cookies she'd made with the squirrel. Then she sat on the floor and waited. Soon, a little bluebird landed on her shoulder, then a fluffy white rabbit hopped onto her lap. Next, a wise old turtle climbed onto her porch and finally, a friendly frog jumped onto her coffee table. Maya told the animals that she wanted to help nature, but she needed their help first. She asked them to take the seeds from these beautiful flowers and plant them in the concrete. At first, the animals were hesitant, but then they agreed. Together, they dug holes in the concrete and planted the seeds. Then Maya watered them with a hose and told the animals to come back in a week to see how they had grown. The next day, Maya told her parents she was going to Sam's, but really she was checking on the plants. When she got there, she was shocked. The plants had already sprouted and were growing out of the cracks in the concrete. Over the next few weeks, the plants grew more and more. Soon the whole neighborhood was filled with beautiful flowers, tall trees, and delicious vegetables. Everyone who lived there was overjoyed. They thanked Maya for showing them that nature was beautiful and that it could thrive even in the toughest conditions. From that day on, the humans and nature became friends. The humans protected nature and in return, nature gave them fresh air, clean water, and food. Maya knew that if she hadn't shown her friends the beauty of nature, none of this would have happened. She realized that sometimes all it takes to make a difference is a little kindness and a lot of heart. Hey, there, budding filmmakers. If you enjoyed this heartwarming tale of friendship between a young girl and nature, Don't forget to give us a thumbs up to inspire us to create more wonderful stories. Your support means everything to us. So thank you for watching and stay tuned for more enchanting adventures. Until next time, keep nurturing your dreams and never stop believing in the power of kindness and nature's embrace.